Hello, today is September 29th, 2015. It means we are 33 days away from NaNoWriMo. That is a startling statistic. My real life kind of handed my ass to me on a platter this week, so I'm a little down key. There's a lot of stuff going on. But in the face of all that, I've kept the nano prep kind of in my mind. If I've not been working on it, I've been thinking about it, and I did get some notes done this week, so I made a little bit of progress, not as much as I wanted to. Here we are for the week. Today, last week, done some pretty amazing stuff at work, but not so much on my orange stars. Did a little bit here and there. So what's been going on this week? Work's been going well. One of my student loan companies called me this week and said, hey, guess what? Your payment just doubled. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I've been kind of dealing with that this week. And then yesterday, after my mom and I got home from the zoo, which was a totally fantastic day, we were both exhausted. And then we came home and found that her dog was not able to breathe very well. He's been a little sick lately, little things here and there, and we weren't sure if it was related to some medication he was taking or what. So we took him to the vet and we had to deal with all of that, and I've just kind of been worried about him all day because I don't live with my mom and I don't see how he is, and I just hope he's gonna be okay. It's really scary when your pet can't breathe, so I wasn't even sure that I was going to make a video today, so that's why it's not a good morning. It's more like, hey, it's actually, yes, it is Tuesday, it's just a little later in the day, and I'm just making some sweet potato fries. I'm trying to salvage this day, I guess. I have a lot of work left to do before next week. Next week we start into October. This is kind of the transitional week. It's the this week starts the 5th week of prep. We've already been going strong for 4 weeks, or at least I've tried to be going on for about 4 weeks. And we are ready to start getting into some more like detailed planning stuff. I'm done reading this book and I'm still taking notes from it. I'm about halfway done taking notes. And a lot of this I'm not really going to need to take a lot of notes from, just a little bit here and there. So I'm wrapping up taking notes. I want to be done taking notes by October 1st. That's this Thursday, and I don't know that I'm going to reach that because today was a bust, and yesterday I was supposed to get a lot of work done, but that was a bust. And, but anyway, there's a lot of work to do before we start in on the nitty-gritty this October. I'm so excited. Talking about this is really helping. October is going to be full of all of the detailed things. I'm going to be taking the notes from this book, I'm going to be going through all of the activities that they suggest, and I'm going to be using those activities to add a lot more conflict and suspense to my novel. And I'm also going to start trying to plan out the novel scene by scene, which is what I like to do. It's what I did last year, and I thought I'd kind of bring you through this process as well, because there was a lot of interest last year in my spreadsheet thing that I do. It's really kind of crazy. I don't know what else to say. I didn't do a lot of prep for this video. I didn't prep for the prep video. I just wanted to check in and say I'm still working on it. I've got a lot of notes done though. Like, I can't believe how many pages of notes I have done. My notes start on the 3rd page of this, and it's, does that make any sense? It's this much. It's how many notes I've taken, several many pages. This is Kitty Butt. So the other thing I wanted to talk about this video was a little brief kind of explanation of what I'll be writing this year. This year I'm writing a story about a girl who is, well, I say girl, but she's like a young woman. I write about a girl who is who's living on this island that's floating in the sky. She there's stuff happening on the island, blah blah blah. She's magical. There's not a lot of magical people around, but all of the magical women on the island are trained and they go into like leadership positions on the island and everything, and it's a very secluded society. And she falls off the island into the scary world below, and somehow she survives that. And the bulk of the story takes place while she is trying to find her way back on the island, but there's lots of other stuff going on as well. Adventure and romance and chaos ensue, so just that's kind of what I've been working on. Dar is the main character. My working title right now is Dar's Fall. I've got a fake I've got a faux cover already done for it that I was working on recently, and I don't know, just I really like the idea. There's a lot of other stuff going on in it, and eventually maybe I'll talk more about it as I'm going through my plotting process this October. I don't know, we'll see. And I've had a lot of people telling me about what they're writing, and it's really inspiring. I love seeing what you guys are up to. So how was this week in prep? Did real life kind of kick you in the ass too? I'm kind of glad, I'm really glad that this happened this week, so far ahead of November, that I can kind of try to get all of this drama and interference out of the way. And so November will be maybe free of all of that. Probably not. My first year doing NaNoWriMo was nothing but like one thing after another, and somehow I managed to complete the task. So it is possible when these things come up, it is possible to make sure you set aside that time and get stuff done. That's what I love about this challenge. It's just, it forces you to commit to something and figure out a way to get it done, and you learn a lot about yourself in the process. And I'm just really excited to go for it again and see what processes this year are going to work for me and what I need to improve for next year. So are you doing prep yet? Am I still the only one freaking out? Probably not. So that is it for me this week. I will see you next week for another update. Hopefully I will have finished taking all of the notes in my book. I will see you for some detailed prep next week. Let's get some plans going. Let's get some stuff moving. We're gonna start actually having some tangible proof of our prep soon, very soon. I'll see you next week. Bye. Saturday? Okay, so you may not have known about this, but Saturday, storm is kind of going a little crazy. Saturday was Batman Day, so I had my nails done with little Batmans. I did these. I did it.